we are going to talk. Today we are going to talk about heaven's gift of sunshine. And I have chosen this topic because, mainly because of the season that we are in right now. Because we can enjoy more sunshine at this time of year, and this is a blessing, of course. Yeah, sunshine. There is actually a group of doctors, a certain specialty that has had the largest pulpit when it comes to sunshine, and they would warn very often to get out in the sun, because they said, it's not good for your skin because of skin cancer, and because you can get wrinkles easily. So maybe you have heard those concerns. Maybe you've heard those concerns, and this begs the question: how can be something as wonderful as the sunlight, be so harmful to our health? So, like everything in life, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. But in proper amounts, sunlight is a great blessing. So besides warming our earth and making things grow, sunlight is also an efficient germ killer, which I don't really have time to get into now, but this is a very interesting thing. Like if you hang out your laundry in the sunshine, this is very good to kill the germs. It's better than putting it in the dryer even. And proper amounts of sunshine also can give your skin a healthy glow and makes it smooth and pliable. And in addition, a moderately tanned skin is also more resistant to infections and sunburns than untanned skin. Sunlight, it also lifts the spirits of most people. And combined with active exercise, it's actually a very important aid in treating acute and chronic depression. In fact, seasonal variations in light levels can have a profound effect on somebody's mental health. And you can see these effects clearly in people who suffer from seasonal affective disorder. So this is a depressive illness that is associated with the small amounts of sunlight in the wintertime, and especially people in the northern hemispheres, they suffer from this very often. So sunlight is a simple yet very successful treatment for this condition. So it's good, during the gloomy months of winter. I know in Belgium it's terrible sometimes. It's good to, if you can catch every sunlight that you can possibly get, or every ray of sunlight. And of course, as I said, in the northern hemisphere, people, sometimes they don't see the sunshine for 3 months, and they need to get some substitute for that. And this is why they have these light boxes, for example, in Norway, where people can go and get their light. So what about osteoporosis? What does this have to do with sunshine? It helps to prevent this disease. The body is able to manufacture vitamin D by the action of sunlight on the skin. And the body enables, this vitamin D, it enables the body to utilize the calcium essential for building healthy bones. And you can see a deficiency of vitamin D leads to rickets, for example. This is a disorder where children's bones become soft and weak. So did you know that daily sunlight also helps to promote better sleep? So in recent years, melatonin, a natural body hormone, has been found to enhance sleep. So the body carefully regulates melatonin production, and the process is largely controlled by the light-dark cycle. So the optimal melatonin production occurs at night in a dark environment, especially after a bright sunny day. So melatonin is not stored in your body. So we need a liberal supply of it every day to sleep well. And studies demonstrate that daily exposure to natural sunlight will boost melatonin output. So artificial light is a weak substitute as a manufactured melatonin supplements. So the best is always to get the real sunshine. So melatonin levels, they reach a peak in children and they fall slowly and steadily throughout adult life. So this may explain why children sleep so much better than older people usually. So in addition to what we have already mentioned, sunlight strengthens the immune system. It alleviates pain from swollen arthritic joints, and it may lower elevated blood pressure and cholesterol levels. An extra hour of sunlight every day, besides lifting your spirits, may also positively affect your energy, your sleep, and even it can have a positive impact on premenstrual syndrome. So what about skin cancer? It's true, overexposure to sunlight does increase skin cancer risk, especially in fair-skinned people. But about 95% of skin cancers are of two types. So we have the squamous cell cancer and the basal cell cancer. And the chances of developing one of these cancers are increased if the skin is exposed to liberal doses of sunshine over many years. So fortunately, both of these cancers are slow growing and they usually remain confined to the skin. So there are very few fatalities with these two types of skin cancers. And they mostly occur in people who neglect to have cancers promptly removed. By the way, it's good to see a dermatologist every now and then to have your skin checked, whether there's anything that might be suspicious. And the third form of skin cancer is, okay, I'm trying to go to the next here. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, squamous cell cancer, basal cell cancer, and then the third type is melanoma. And this is very different from the others. It usually begins with a darkly pigmented mole and has a fearsome tendency to spread and kill the victim. So the rates of melanoma cancer are rapidly rising in the world. And the important risk factor with melanoma is sunburn. It's not so much the total amount of sunlight people are exposed to, but rather burning the skin is really harmful because every burn destroys healthy living tissue. And yeah, I would like to add here that it's not a mild sunburn that is necessarily a big problem, although we should avoid any kind of sunburn, but it's this type of sunburn, you know, where the skin peels off and where you really feel kind of sick for several days. So these type of sunburns where people, you know, just lie down on the beach for the whole day and then they get these really serious sunburns. So these should really by any means be avoided because they are so harmful. So repeated burns, especially, they cause irreversible damage and can cause this type of skin cancer. And if that isn't bad enough, repeated sunburn and even repeated deep tanning of the skin gradually destroys its elasticity and also its oil glands. So it produces wrinkling and premature aging. So yeah, therefore overdoses of sunlight should be carefully avoided. Then dietary choices can also affect our chances of getting skin cancer. A high-fat diet, which is common in today's society, significantly increases a person's risk of getting skin cancer and other cancers, of course. On the other hand, a diet with plenty of antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables can help protect us from many types of cancers. So diets high in vitamin C and E have been shown to offer significant protection against skin cancer in particular. So the best way to obtain healthy amounts of these antioxidant vitamins is to eat the foods that contain them. So vitamin C, you find it in an abundance in fresh vegetables and fruit, just as red and green bell peppers, green leafy vegetables, strawberries, blueberries, and all citrus fruits. Then some good sources of vitamin E include also almonds and sunflower seeds, green soybeans, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, and even cooked spinach. So it's important to emphasize that most of the studies showing the cancer protective effects of antioxidants have involved people who were getting their vitamins from natural foods. So not vitamins from a bottle. So yeah, some of the research indicates that vitamin supplements do not provide the same protection that the natural food sources of these vitamins give. So whenever you can, get it from the real source. Speaking of cancer, did you know that sunshine could actually help to prevent it? People who get adequate sunshine are less likely to develop breast, colon, or prostate cancer. Researchers have also observed that the vitamin D and related compounds formed as a result of exposure to sunlight appear to suppress the growth of cancers already present. And that includes certain types of leukemia and lymphoma, as well as breast and colon cancer. So yeah, let's maximize the benefits of sunlight and let's avoid the harmful effects of getting too much. And now here are some suggestions for safe, healthy exposure to sunlight. So modest tanning is protective. It's like putting sunglasses on your skin. But we need to understand our personal tolerance to sunlight. So fair-skinned people like me, they may need to begin with only 5 minutes of exposure to the sun per day. And dark-skinned people, they can begin with 10 to 15 minutes per day with up to 30 minutes of sunbathing as a realistic goal for most people. And remember, never burn. Yeah, sunburns raise the risk of skin cancer. So there's protective clothing you can wear. You can wear a hat, eyewear if needed. And be especially careful around snow or water and on cloudy days because of the reflected rays and the ultraviolet rays that penetrate through clouds. If you have an outdoor trip or vacation coming up, prepare your skin by giving it a progressive exposure to sunlight in the days beforehand. So that's the best thing you can do to prepare your skin for a vacation, for example. And yeah, if you have to use sunscreen, like if you spend the day at the beach, I always take some sunscreen because I will definitely burn if I don't. It's not the best. These are not the best products to use. Yeah, there might be differences, but in general, they have some substances that are not the best for us. Because yeah, you remember, I mean, our skin is the biggest organ of the body, and everything that goes on the skin goes in our body. Yeah, and if you sunbathe, get perpendicular to the sun for maximum exposure. So this baby is doing it right. You can absorb more sunshine if you are perpendicular. And also you can, your body can produce best vitamin D if you go, yeah, around lunchtime between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Your body can, this is the time, because if your shadow is longer than you, then it's already too late to get really the vitamin D produced. But of course, we have to be careful because at midday, the sun is stronger. And then we have to adapt the time we spend in the sun. So expose yourself effectively. Get perpendicular if you can. And also what I learned is that on the back, if you can have your sunshine shown on the back, it's the best way to absorb. The body can absorb it better. And don't shower immediately after sunbathing, because the skin is still producing vitamin D. The process is still ongoing. And by the way, vitamin D is not a nutrient in that sense, it's a hormone. But it needs, the body needs the sunshine in order to produce this hormone. So just remember that artificial light is a very poor substitute for the real thing. Spend a little time each day soaking up some sunlight or some daylight. It can be behind the clouds. The sun is still there, even if the clouds are there. So try to get it if you can. I mean, we don't live in northern Norway here. We can be very thankful for that, at least at winter time. I mean, Brussels is, yeah, it's not the best country to get sunshine in the winter time, but it's still there. Open your house to the sunshine each morning. So this will improve your health and lift your spirits. And yeah, enjoy the sun and whenever you can. For thousands of years, sunlight has been known as a mediator of life. And today we know that a wise use of sunlight can be extremely beneficial. It can be either healing or destructive. It can be the kiss of life, or it can be the kiss of death, depending on how we choose to use it. And Ecclesiastes 11:7 says, "Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun." So may God bless us as we seek to make a wise use of sunlight, which is one of heaven's nicest gifts. Okay, let's stop. And if you have any questions, this is the moment now on this topic. Just unmute yourself or raise your hand if you, there's much more I could have said. And actually I'm going to post a link, a YouTube link for you with a presentation by Dr. Neil Nedley. I will also send it by email to those I have on my email list. And this is a very good and profound presentation. It's like half an hour on sunlight. And he shares very interesting facts. Yeah, that's also about, yeah, like morning sunshine and midday sunshine, the difference that we should get our morning sunshine in order to, if you have sleep trouble, like early awakening, you wake up in the middle of the night, you cannot go back to sleep. If you get your sunshine at 7 o'clock in the morning, this can really help to get your sleep cycle back on track. And yeah, and also for irregular menstrual cycles. This is also what helps the early sunlight, and also low testosterone levels in men can also be treated with early morning sunshine. So this interesting fact, and Dr. Nedley is sharing more there on this YouTube video, so I can highly recommend this.
Okay. Can I ask you something?
Question, yeah?
Yes. For me, I have my problem is osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis.
Yes, I don't hear well because I use vitamin D and the calcium, and I use vitamin K, and I use vitamin D, but the bone still difficult. I don't know why. Maybe there is another type of osteoporosis.
Well, it's probably yeah, that your bone mass is getting less.
Yeah.
This is the fact. Yeah, this is, of course, it happens with age. But yeah, vitamin D and vitamin K is a good thing to do in this case. And yeah, in general, I recommend vitamin D supplement in the winter time. If you live here in Belgium, I definitely recommend, because from October, November until February, March, the body is not able to produce vitamin D. If in our area here. And which is not a big problem if you have body has produced enough during the summertime, then it should last. But according to my experience, it doesn't really last, because I have been insufficient in vitamin D, and I take my supplements, and usually like 4,000 units per day. This is what is recommended. But if you take a supplement, I also recommend that you get yourself tested every year, and to see how it is, if you have enough, or if you should maybe increase or can reduce, because it's not good to take too much, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for osteoporosis, it's very important that you also do exercises to strengthen your bone, and with diet, it's also very important.
Okay.
The green leafy vegetables for the calcium especially, and specific exercises to strengthen your bones.
Thank you. And I'm already asking you before about cholesterol. Cholesterol. I see you show there, but I didn't see where about cholesterol. The things which can I take it?
To lower your cholesterol?
Yes.
Well, sunlight also helps with cholesterol levels. Then, of course, yeah, leave off the animal products. And another thing that that has been recommended, to take charcoal to lower cholesterol. Yeah, but not continuously, but you can try that a few days, to take charcoal water, maybe 2-3 times per day with 1 tablespoon, and see if this has an impact. But the animal products are a big factor, and sunshine and exercise definitely also helps.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, charcoal. I find it charcoal from German. Yes.
Yeah, in Germany it's easier to get than here in Belgium. Yeah,
I find it. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? Well, if not, then we can move over to our cooking part. And do you all have the recipes, or shall I post them once more here in the chat?
Well, I have the recipe. I don't know about the others. Thank you for sending. I don't know. So you can post, Sister Daniela.
Okay.
Post for me. Thank you.
Let's see how I do this now.
Nice to see you all. We're having a good time here. Wonderful. See
Yes.
how much more we have learned about the sun today. Everything that God gives is so precious if only we know how to use it. I'm
Yeah.
so blessed. I'm so thank you, Sister Daniela, for your research and for sharing with all of us.
Oh, sure.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed for that.
There's a scientist who said that a lot of people in the United States who came from the African continent, because they have their skin color is darker, as you have just exposed, that they are supposed to be outdoor people. So, but they spent a lot of their time indoors doing their jobs and everything. And this is not something that they didn't think about their bodies. It's easier for people with light skin to get the sunshine, the benefits of the sunshine immediately. But them, they need time. This is exactly what he said. And these scientists, they found out, they did research and they found out that some of the diseases that dark-skinned people have is they're deprived of sunshine.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we fair-skinned people, we have an advantage here.
Yes.
Yeah. On the other hand, I get burned rather easy. I already had a mild sunburn, or one or two already this season. So I have to be careful, really.
Yes. And I really like what you said about the fact that even if the sun is not there, the light is there. And that light would still have the supply. It has an effect, a positive effect on our skin, on our bodies.
Yeah. And then Dr. Nedley also said in this video, replace screen time by time in the sun.
Aha, you see now. So we have to, actually the world has to rethink work. This whole thing about being in the offices, locked up indoors, when we're supposed to have a little time to be outdoors is so necessary.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Make use of it. Yeah. And those, yeah, I call it also windows of opportunity here in Belgium, because you may wake up in the morning here at 9 and it's 9 o'clock and it's beautiful blue sky, sunshine, and you think, oh, later I will go for a walk. Well, 2 hours later it will be cloudy. So, yeah.
You know, I have a window that is just open. And if I'm up behind or down, there's no sun absolutely. But if I'm upstairs at that window, all the direct sunshine comes in as early as 6:30 in the morning. It starts to come in. So I know that that's the best time to get it. And after that, it's gone. Then maybe the one that comes afterwards is harsh, but the morning one is really beautiful.
Yes. Good. I think we will go to the cooking part. Is anybody of you prepared to cook along with us, or are you just going to watch? Anybody cooking with us? Okay, then we just demonstrate. Yeah, it's just to know in order to, yeah, to see if somebody needs a little bit more time or so. Yeah, you have the recipes in front of you, I hope. So Lily is going to help with the filming now. And we will start with some preparation for the macaroni and cheese recipe. Actually, I'm going to change the view here now. Yeah. Okay, and again, those who are not muted, please mute yourself. That would be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to do some preparation work for the macaroni and cheese now. And this is the very first recipe. And for this, we need to cook the macaroni in boiling water. Well, you all know how to cook noodles, I mean pasta. So I'm going to set this on the stove now. And here I have my macaroni. I chose some with a spelt grain. I prefer spelt over wheat, so I have these. And once the water is boiling, I will cook them. And while this is going on, Janice is going to share with us. No, actually, we're going to do some other recipe before, which is our tofu sour cream. This is actually something that will go along with what Janice is going to present afterwards. So you see on page 3, tofu sour cream. For this, I need my tofu. And I haven't weighed it yet. I should have done this before. Let me wash my hands. Could you hand me my apron, please? It's over there. Oh, somebody's joining. Okay, so I have this tofu. This is from Colruyt, by the way. If for those who live in Brussels, you can get this organic tofu there. And the recipe calls for 350 grams. Sorry. I usually rinse the tofu a little bit. This is already 250. Okay. And okay, so we have 300, about 350 now. So you see here, we blend everything. You have some raw cashews, some water, salt, lemon juice, onion powder, garlic powder, and I blend everything but the dill wheat. So, I put this here. So I'm going to mash the tofu. And this here. Sorry. So I have my cashews here, and I soak them a little bit. They are better digestible when they are soaked. And now I need a 1/3 cup water. And I need some salt. I have the Himalayan salt here. And I need some lemon juice. some onion powder. Where is my onion powder? Here. About a teaspoon. And the garlic powder, which is over here. Okay, so now I will start blending. And it will take some time. Yeah. You see here, I need to get this from the sides down a little bit. Continue blending. Okay, again. You see it becomes smoother already, quite creamy. But we like to blend it a little more. In the meantime, I'm cooking my pasta here. Okay, let's see how it looks now. You see how the texture changes. So it becomes really light. Yeah, this is how we want it. So it takes 2 minutes at least. Okay, I will put this in a bowl now. And in the meantime, we will continue with our vegan spring rolls. And Janice is going to present that.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So yes, I'm gonna present to you the spring rolls, which is very healthy, and it's raw. And so what do we need for this fresh vegan spring rolls? For those of you who have the list of recipes, you can follow me, and I don't know if who among you will cook along with me. So what are the ingredients? First, we need the 6 rice papers. So I bought these rice papers from an Asian store, and you can find it also in some organic shop, but I think that it's most probably you can really find it in some Asian food store. And also I have here already some recipes that I prepared so that it's much easier. The lettuce, and we need also cucumber, which I already sliced into thin slices in the lengthwise, and the carrots, some red paprika, but you can also use the yellow one, but I just prefer the red one for the colors, and a fresh mint, and also avocado, and the sesame seeds. So we're gonna dip the avocado later into the sesame seeds. Well, actually, you can also use a black sesame seed, but it's just that we have for the white seeds, but it's for presentation. It's nice to use the black sesame seed. And you can also toast your sesame seed if you would like to have that, different taste to add more flavor. I think it's more nice if you also toast your sesame seeds. Okay, so now let's start. So I will first blanch the red. Yes, we also need the red purple cabbage. And since it's quite hard, I want to blanch the red cabbage, the purple cabbage, and the carrots. Okay, but if you want, you can also leave it like that, but I just prefer that it's more soft to to bite later. Then it's better to blanch it. So I'll boil the water. So before that, I prepared also some ice cubes that I could dip later when the vegetables I will boil like 45 seconds to a minute, and then after you take it out and that dip it into a cold water. That's how you blanch it, and that some way you still retain the freshness of the vegetables, and it's still crispy and it's not overcooked. So that's that technique of blanching. And also, I will also prepare warm water here in order, this warm water, we will gonna use it to dip the rice paper into the warm water so that the rice paper will get soft, so that it's easy for us to fold later and make a spring roll. Okay, great. Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm gonna boil water for our rice paper to dip in the warm water later.
In the meantime, I can show you the finished product here. I added the dill, the dry dill weed. I could even add a little more. So this is how our tofu sour cream looks like. And it's supposed to go with the spring rolls, but this is also a nice cream to, dipping sauce, and also to make potato salad, to mix it with potatoes. It's really nice.
And also on the list that we have sent for the recipe, you can also, as an alternative for the what Daniela made for the creamy tofu creamy dipping sauce. You can also make your own peanut sauce, which is also a good combination to the spring rolls. And you really want it to be Asian, then you can make a peanut dipping sauce along with the spring rolls. But yeah, for me, I have a little issue with health, then I will take away with that peanuts. So, and for those who are allergic to peanuts as well, then you can have the alternative also. Okay, so we're giving you lots of options. So since the water is boiling now, I'm gonna start to blanch the red cabbage. So what will I do? So Lily, thank you. So what will I do? I'll just put this cabbage into the boiling water for 45 to a minute. The water needs to really boiling, so it's goes faster. And cover it. That's time. Okay, let's start. Seven. Then I will prepare a bowl. Okay. So this spring roll is very easy because after you prepared and cut all your ingredients, then it's easy just to pile it and roll the way you want it. So it has no procedures which one comes first and which one comes last, but it's up to you how you arrange the vegetables later for to roll. Okay. We are almost there. Now my cold water is ready. I'm gonna dip the purple cabbage here that I boiled it into the warm water. No, it's okay. And also my water is boiling for the rice cake. So this rice paper has different sizes. 45 seconds is already done. I'm gonna take out the cabbage now. Should have started the carrots, but it will not affect it. Okay, this is the cabbage now. Look. And now I quickly dip it into the cold water. Quickly take it out. So you see. It's still it's not that overcooked. It's still crispy when you touch it, but it's soft. Okay, and now I will dip in the carrots. Will get blue. No, let me see. Yes, anyway, it's gonna be okay. Okay, for the cucumber, I don't want to blanch it because it's also soft, so it's okay. Now I'm gonna ready my rice paper. And please also prepare like a chopping board or any flat surface wherein you can roll your spring rolls. So this is the water that I boiled for the rice paper that we're gonna dip later. It should be really warm. Carrots. Okay. So I will wait for the carrots first before I'll show you how to dip this rice paper into the warm water. So if I don't know if you who are you cooking along with us, if you could see, still it's soft, but it's not that overcooked. Okay, now the carrots is ready. I'm gonna take it out also and blanch it. Oh, oh, it didn't turn into purple. Okay, so I'm gonna dip it into the cold water. Okay, so I'm gonna take it out. You can also prepare a towel or a paper towel in order to dry the vegetables. But since I'm gonna use it right away, it's okay. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Now I'm going to take this out. So my ingredients are ready. My vegetables are ready. So we're gonna dip. Actually, what's the nice thing of these spring rolls is you can choose your own vegetables or anything that you wanna fill in on the rice paper. You can also use some salads and some colorful vegetables. So this is looks like a rainbow spring rolls. So see, you could see this is the rice paper. You just have to dip it in the warm water and roll, make it on the side. Okay, wait, I'll show you the other one. That's good. Okay, this is this one. We dip it into the water. Half. Make a circular motion. You have to be fast because this rice paper gets soft easily, or else you will find it difficult to open it later. Okay, this is good now. Now we're gonna put it on the flat surface. You see the rice paper is soft now. And now we can make the spring rolls. I'll start first with the lettuce to make a bed. And then, well, it's up to you. But for me, I will start first with the cabbage. First the lettuce, and then I'll put some cabbage. Okay, and then I can add some carrots. This is nice because it has different colors, rainbow colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Okay, I can also add some red paprika and some green cucumbers. So you see, there's a variety of colors here. And I have to cut the avocado. I'll show you. I didn't cut it beforehand because you know the avocado gets brown when you leave it for a while. So I'm gonna show here, and then we're gonna slice this avocado into but I need the place. That's the second there. So here's my avocado. So we're gonna slice it like that. And you know, this is my technique. It's easier, and using this spoon, tiny spoon, you just dip it there, and then you can have a slice of avocado. And so I will dip this avocado into the sesame seed. Like that. My fingers are clean anyway. So here, that's one. And I'm gonna add one more. And that's two.
You dip the avocado in the sesame seed.
Yes. It's very nice for presentation to use the black sesame seed as I said, but you can also use the white sesame seed. And for the flavor, it would be very, very nice to toast it. And now we can add our herbs. You can also use, I prefer to use mint because I like mint, but you can also use parsley if you want, or any kinds of herbs. So I'll put the mint upside down like that here, like maybe 1 inch gap, like that. And now we can start to roll our spring rolls. So.
And I saw there's also a whole grain version of,
Yeah.
the rice paper. So you don't need to get the white rice paper, but there's also whole grain.
Mhm. Yeah, it's better to use a whole grain rice paper. So it's quite tricky because it's quite sticky. That's the thing here. Okay. Now I will roll it. It's very sensitive. I have to be careful. It's very sticky. Yes, I manage it. Okay, this is our first spring roll. And now I will make a second one. Great. I'll dip. So first, dip the rice paper. This is dry. Be sure that the flat surface that you're using is dry, so that the rice paper will not gonna stick. So you just dip it very fast. Oh, this one was broken. I'm sorry for this. Sensitive. Okay. Now I'll put this one here. I'll put my lettuce again. First my lettuce. And then my cabbage. I like the color. It's purple. And then after that, my carrots. Red paprika. The cucumber. And also our avocado. Dip it in sesame seed. Some also they put tofu. Okay, and then I will roll this one. Sorry, mint. And the mint, yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Now I can fold. Okay. And then fold the left side. And then the other side, the right side. So yeah, it's like an envelope. And then you can roll it. So when you roll it, you have to roll it very firmly so that it will not loosen it. Okay, I think this one, I like this one now. It's more better. So it's just a matter of practice. So you could see there are lots of colors, and there's mint, and you could see different colors. Here's purple, orange, and red. And then you will see here your avocado. Very nice. Okay, next. That's the second one. Next. I think this is the last one, and then I will continue to make some more, and then we will show you the finished product later. All right. And then Daniela can show you the next recipe. Okay, my lettuce. Cabbage. So we'll see. This is also fun when you are doing this with your kids, right? Isn't it a good idea? It's like a play for them. And then, so cucumber, and you can also teach them different colors. It gives me the idea to do this in school. Okay. And then we dip the avocado. One avocado. Here. So, and the mint. One, two. Big. Okay. Let's put the other side. Let's put the other side. Okay. Now we roll. Okay, here's the third one. So, yeah. So this goes along with the tofu cream sauce that Daniela made. So I will continue making some more, and then we will show you the finished product later. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we still need to finish our mac and cheese. And as I said in the beginning, and as you may have seen, we cooked the macaroni already. So they are ready and cooked. And now we need to make the cheese, which of course is a vegan version, a much healthier version. Oh yeah, now we need to get a good blender again. And you see on the recipe, first page, we need some coconut milk. That's over there. Sorry. So I got this here from the Asian store. Not so good. Okay, another one. One cup. And I need 2 cups water. One, 2. And then 2 to 3 teaspoons salt. This is what the recipe calls for. I would recommend just 2. For my personal taste, 2 is enough, but you may have to adjust. And then we need cashew again. And you see the recipe gives an option to use soy milk powder, but I don't have soy milk powder, so I increase the amount of cashew nuts. So I have soaked them already. Okay. And then we need some red pepper. And you can vary here with the amount. I like to have it, you know, nicely red. So at least I would put at least a quarter of a medium-sized red bell pepper. Next, we have lemon juice, 1 tablespoon. Okay, this is a half tablespoon, so I take 2 of them. It's always good to have these measurements, you know, 1 teaspoon, half, and quarter, and whatsoever. I'm personally, I'm a measurer, so I like to have it exact. And then we need some thickener, a quarter cup of thickener. So you can use cornstarch, or you can use arrowroot powder, or you can use tapioca starch. This one is actually from the Asian store. I figured out I didn't have any more cornstarch, and so Janice gave me this, which is also a thickener. So I need a quarter cup. This is a 1/3 cup measurement, so I put a little less. So this should be about a quarter. Okay, and then we have onion powder. 1 teaspoon. And that's all the ingredients. And we are going to blend these now. In the meantime, I prepare a pot. Of course, this is a Thermomix, but not everybody has a Thermomix. So I'm going to demonstrate how you would do it without Thermomix. In the Thermomix, of course, you can also cook the thing. Right, yeah, you can blend it and then cook it right away. But I prefer to use the pot anyway, because with such thick sauces in the Thermomix, it might burn sometimes. So you have to be very careful. So I rather cook a soup in the Thermomix, but not necessarily a cheese. Okay, so we need we blend it on high now to really get it smooth.
What happened to the Daniela?
Okay, the 2 minutes are over. And you see here the result. It's quite thin, but now it's going to thicken because of the tapioca. But you have to be careful. We have to really stir it constantly while we are heating this up now. So yeah, because yeah, this burns easily. Yeah, this will go very fast once it's heated up. And yeah, you let it bubble just a little bit, and then usually it's thick enough to mix with the macaroni. Anybody would like to sing a song for us while we wait for this to bubble? By the way, welcome those who have joined a little later.
I know who's cooking along with us.
Anybody cooking along with us? I don't think so. Anybody? Yeah, I had asked in the beginning, but yeah, I think nobody. But of course, the video will be available on my YouTube channel, which you can also share with others and then cook along with the video or just use the recipes. So it's getting hot, and that means it will also getting thicker. Yeah, it's getting really thicker, you see here. And I have to be very careful now that this is not going to burn. So I will already turn it down a little bit. So what I'm going to add now, this is optional, some peas. They're still frozen, but that's no problem. I will just add them here.
Are gonna be delicious.
Yeah, and you can add even some black olives sliced.
Wonderful.
So this alone is quite delicious. And then we, of course, the pasta is still missing. And it smells, I can tell you, I wish I could give you the smell.
That's why it's very along with us.
Yeah, that's why it's nice if you cook along with us, then you can also smell. And that's why it's nice if you do this live in the church or here with you present. But we know this has been difficult lately, but hopefully we will do another cooking class in the church soon again. So we have our mac and cheese here.
Well, now it looks good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Blessings. We're counting our blessings.
Yeah, so what you can do, you can put this in a casserole and then you take some breadcrumbs, put the breadcrumbs on top and then bake it in the oven for 10 minutes or so. That's also very nice. So you have a nice casserole dish. Or you just, yeah, eat it out of the pots then, which we will do later. Unfortunately, we cannot share with you unless you are nearby and would like to pop in. Yeah, so that's our mac and cheese. And now we will go, we have two more little recipes. That's a salad dressing, also on the first page. And it's our vegan ice cream. So, Janice, are you ready to do the
Ice cream.
The salad dressing?
Oh, I thought you can do it.
Yeah, I can also do it. And you do the ice cream. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can also, then you can get the fruit out of the freezer. In case you have some fruit in the freezer, some bananas, blueberries, or other berries or fruit, and you would like to have some ice cream today, you can also take this out of the freezer and then make it with us a little later if you want. Okay. So now first I need to clean my Thermomix.
So I can show you now the finished product of the spring rolls.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So you
Oh.
see, it's very nice, the colors inside. I hope that you are here live, so you really see what's the actual. So
Oh,
here, it's very,
beautiful.
yeah, I can't wait to taste it as well with the dipping sauce that Daniela made it. So I think it will complement. So
Wonderful.
it's so pity that you can taste.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
So. Just a second, please.
When upon life's billows you are tempest, when you are discouraged thinking all is lost, count your many blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord had done. Dun 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 dun. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Thank you so much.
Okay, now let's do our creamy vegan cucumber salad dressing. So for this, we need some cucumber. It says a medium cucumber. Well, you can vary with the amount. I mean, it doesn't mean that you have to take the half of a large cucumber. And this is, the next one is some lemon juice. And then 1 to 2 garlic cloves. And then optionally, we put some olive oil. If you want it with less oil, you can leave that off. It doesn't have to be with oil. Then we use some water. Water cup. And some salt. And fresh herbs. I have chosen basil from my balcony. It's all in there. And then it calls for a small red, a piece of a small red or white onion. But I personally, I will leave it off now for my sake, because I will have to eat it. It's not, I cannot give it to you, and my body doesn't tolerate raw onion. So it's just for my sake that I leave it off, so that I can also enjoy it, and not only Lily and Janice. So yeah, it's you can always vary with recipes, you know. So I'm going to blend this now. should be fine now. Yeah, look here. This is our salad dressing.
Really good. I like even the color. Really
Yeah.
great. I'm gonna make that for myself too.
Yeah, and we could have put some more cucumber, but for this I would have to go downstairs to the garden to pick one more. So yeah, you can always vary. And I will put this here now. So we will eat this then with our salad. Okay. So now I'm going to clean my Thermomix and then we will do the very last recipe.
Yeah.
Count your blessings, one by one. So many blessings, what God has done. You see, even at this age, we are learning things that could really have a positive impact on our health. Oh, we are so
And
blessed.
especially for those people who have health issues, like me also, I have health issues. And speaking of, the next recipe that I'm going to present to you, that we are going to present to you is, since it's summer and it goes along with the topic, heaven's taste of sunshine. You know, it's summer, it's nice to eat ice cream and cold stuff, right? So today I'm gonna make you an ice cream, but we will call it a nice cream because it's healthy and it's vegan. So yeah, it's called a nice sugar-free nice cream. So I'm gonna make a blueberry nice cream, not ice cream, but a blueberry nice cream. So what do we have here is this is so easy to make, and it takes only 2 to 3 ingredients. So it's very, very healthy. Yeah, it doesn't take so much recipes, and it goes very fast. So we need a cup of blueberries, frozen blueberries, but I can explain to you later. You can also make different kinds of flavors by using different kinds of fruits as well. So it should be frozen since we're gonna make an ice cream. So a cup of frozen blueberries, and I need some spatula. I need this. This will be my help. And also a cup of bananas, or you can also just pour everything in a blender, or 2 to 3 medium-sized of banana is good. But this one, I think I need to cut.
Actually, you can just break it.
Yeah. So, and do we have vanilla?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to add vanilla for, for the aroma and for the flavor.
Was the banana frozen?
Yeah, it should be frozen. All the fruits should be frozen since we're gonna make an ice cream.
But you take them out of the freezer like maybe 20 minutes before. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I'll put like a half teaspoon of vanilla. Yes, and I'm gonna use coconut milk later as I blend it so that it goes along with these fruits. But you can also use any plant-based milk or just water. Okay, just to soften it a little bit. So I'm gonna pour it a small amount, like 1 tablespoon for the moment, and we'll see the consistency. if it needs a little bit more liquid, then we're gonna add little by little. Okay, so for the moment, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of coconut milk. Now, the reason why I chose coconut milk, because with coconut milk, it gives the, the richness. It's more rich and it's more creamy. But if you don't want that creaminess or the thickness that you want, you can also use water or any plant-based milk like almond milk or soy milk. So ready? My blender is ready.
Can you use vanilla liquid instead
Yes,
of
of
vanilla
course, you
powder?
can also use vanilla liquid, but with us, we only have vanilla powder for the moment, so we just use vanilla powder. Where is the?
Okay, we don't have the available. Ah, there it is. Actually, dirty, so use this one instead. Use this one instead.
To cover.
Count your blessings. There's so many, you got to count them. Let's try. We could never count all of them, but let's keep counting. Count your blessings. Name them one by one.
A little bit more of coconut milk. Wow.
Awesome. Just add some water.
And maybe I'll add also a little bit of water. Because if I add still coconut milk, it's too rich, too creamy. But it depends on you, how thick or how rich you want your nice cream. So it's nice if you start it in a low mode and then you speed up your blender. Okay, let's check. Okay, blend a little bit more. Fine. Okay, so look at this. You see?
Oh, that looks so good. Really?
And if you could touch, I hope you could see. You could see. It's frozen. It's the cold.
Okay, yes,
I
yes,
hope you could
yes.
touch and you could see here. So I'm gonna transfer it in a bowl so you will really see.
So the whole idea
Or
of having
blueberry,
lots of,
banana, nice. cream.
bananas are for the sugar, for the taste.
Yeah.
Because you
And
put full banana.
also, I have a lot of recipes also for this ice cream. I did make last time also the pineapple, and yeah, with the pineapple, it's nice to add coconut flakes and mint. I have a collection of nice cream that I put in my recipe book. And you can also use some different kinds of berries like raspberries. No, mango ice cream is also nice. So it's a guilt-free feeling. And this is one of my favorite breakfast together with the waffle that we like to eat in the breakfast, the waffle and this blueberry ice cream. We're gonna share to you the photos. So you see,
That's just amazing. It's wonderful.
it's quick,
Oh,
it's
it's
easy,
mouth-watering.
it's simple recipe, and it's healthy, it's vegan. So yeah. And you know, I will just share to you about the book that I've read last week. And I'm still reading right now, the Testimonies for Diet and Foods. But one, yeah, I think we're living in a preparation time right now, wherein God will reveal later on that it's not healthy to use milk and eggs, and time will come that it's not safe to use those kinds of products anymore. So that's why maybe the Lord give us this wisdom, this health reform for us as well to prepare, and to respect also that our body is the kingdom of God. So I hope you like this recipe, which is very simple and easy.
Wonderful.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Janice and Lily, for helping with the camera. So that already brings us to the end of our class today. So we are very well in time. Yeah, it's always difficult, of course, to calculate how much time we would need. And yeah, I thank you for joining. If you have any more questions or comments, this would be the time now.
Daniela, the red berries is very sour. Do you add an extra sugar on it, like brown sugar or something else with your bananas? Because bananas doesn't have enough sugar on it to make ice. Because Chandler loves ice cream, so
Cooking class.
that caught my interest.
Well, the thing is, you know, if somebody is used to eating sugary foods, it is an adjustment. But the bananas, if they are really ripe, they are sweet. What you could try, to me, it's sweet enough with banana, but you can try dates as well. To make, you know, we made this date butter.
Like that, is that good?
Well, brown sugar is not the best thing to use. It's in principle, it's the same like white sugar. If you can avoid it, it's better. Then I would rather use agave nectar, maybe. It's also a concentrated sweetener, but the glycemic index is lower. Yeah, I would encourage you to try it with dates maybe first, because yeah, dates are really sweet, and you can make a date butter out of them and then mix it with the ice cream. Yeah.
Thank you.
What I would recommend.
Yeah, I say thank you to you and Janice and Lily, who is doing the technical work there. Even though we are not there with you, just the fact it's already registered in our subconscious, and the desire to make these things that we see you make, it's already realized in us. I can't wait to make my own. Everything that you have, all your recipes today, I'm going to do them for myself. Soon as I get the ingredients. Thank you so much. May the Lord bless your ministry and keep you healthy and strong, because the world needs you and needs this wisdom that at the time and the sacrifice that you're making, the Lord is going to use you and is already using you to tell his people that health or being in church or knowing God is not just about the word of God, but God is taking care of our whole body. And this is a wonderful gift for us. I feel so privileged. I thank you so much for this. All the effort that goes into making it. I know what a sacrifice you've made. Thank you. God bless you, my sister, Daniela and Janice. Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
For me, as what
question?
Sister Mary said, thank you so much, Sister Daniela and Sister Janice, that you make an effort and also to show straight for us how we live healthy, and not only in theoretical but also in demonstrations and put it into actions. So it's really a blessing for us as a church to have you. So keep up the good works for God's, because that's what Sister Mary is. Our body is a temple of God that we should take care of. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your participation again. I was wondering, who is Alice from the UK? Do we know each other already?
Yes, you really know me.
Al is yes, Alice Osoro. Is that Alice Osoro?
Okay. Because,
I think it is, no?
can-
Daniela, you don't
okay.
know that face?
Yes, I know that face.
Same question I asked last time.
So this time
Yes.
we had an Adventist meeting. There are no non-Adventists, although one registered, and but the one from Belarus, who actually last time she had a lot of questions, and also my colleague Christina, she also posted questions last time, but she said she couldn't come. Yeah, well, it's nice also to be amongst church members, but let's pray that in the future we will have non-Adventists again joining us.
But you know what? I'm going to share.
Yes.
with
Okay.
all
Can
of
I
the
ask something?
same friends.
Can I ask something on Janice? When you were making the red cabbage, you boiled it with hot water, you removed it, and you put it in cold water, you removed. Are
Yes.
you not removing the nutrients?
No. You're not
That's what you did with the carrots and the red
No,
cabbage.